And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your teacher,
Ejay The DJ.
Check, you know what it is, we outside, no sidewalks, I'm excited. Like I said, ATL, you know what it is, your boy Ejay The DJ, right? This is Conversation with the DJ. Yep, I'm your host, Ejay The DJ, got my boy in the building, Champ the General. Like I said, he representing New York City because of ATL, like he's doing his thing, making like noise, man. This is a privilege and honor to have a New York City representative in ATL because we out here doing it like no other. Welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you having me.
No doubt.
Appreciate being here.
No doubt. It's been a long time, right?
Yes, sir.
We've been trying to make this happen for a long time. You've been busy. I've been busy. Yo, shout out to you and your hard work, yo. I love it.
Thank you, my brother. Shout out to you as well, man.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I've been following.
Thank you.
We fam as
yes,
always.
Yes, sir. Facts.
So I appreciate you fucking with me as well. So thanks
no
for
doubt.
having me on, and it's just an honor and a privilege to be here with you.
For
man.
sure.
So I appreciate that.
But before we jump into the music, I want to know, how did it start? Where did it start? Where does it start at?
You know, big Bronx back home.
Big Bronx.
Shorty back home. I was a young knucklehead trying to do just have fun. You know how it is. You know how it was. And my man, actually my boy Hits, one of my boys, DJ Hits, back in the day, he ended up getting some studio equipment, and that's when I started fucking with it. I used to be around because my mother moved to Jersey too, so we was back and forth from Bronx to Jersey. Okay. So I was around Lady Luck and Hitchcock and them, and so I used to be around, and also Vado and guys that was rapping back then. I was like, what I'm saying? I was like in the background. I was like a real nigga that everyone knew. I was fucking with everybody. We was all cool, and I could rap, but I wasn't like as serious as some of them niggas. And I used to be like amazed with some of the shit I used to see, like from what niggas were saying. So when I started taking it serious, because I had the studio access, because my man had the joint. That's when I stared building.
I love it.
And it took time to really, get my comfortability, find my voice and all that. Okay. But that's where it started,
When you first started, what was your first experience in the studio? How was that?
My first experience in the studio was a blessing because we was at my man Hit's crib. Okay. When I was actually recording my own song, and I spent the night, because his mom bought a crib upstate. In New York, going upstate, that's like going out of town. You know what I'm saying?
Town facts.
You know what I'm saying? So we go upstate, and he had the way we go up there, and niggas had some bud and some drinks, and
got you.
And it just would be like an overnight thing, and niggas would be just vibing. You know what I mean? And it was really the expression of the struggle and the grind. Because at that time, I was knee deep outside, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
And I didn't even thought of moving to Atlanta yet.
Got you.
So it was like just straight the big boogie. And at the time, only thing in the Bronx, shit is wild.
Shit is definitely wild.
Shit is like, niggas is respected.
If you know, Bronx is not this, and the Bronx is the Bronx. If you know, you know. So what made you like say, yo, I'm gonna get into music? Because the Bronx is so much ways to go, left, right.
Really,
what made you say, I'm gonna get into music?
Honestly, watching TV, man. I used to see how, we used to be watching BET. We was little and stuff. Okay. And then, I just felt like, damn, I might could do that. You know what I'm saying? And God has his way of making shit come to fruition in reality. So when my man caught the studio, I was like, damn, he was doing his mixtape thing, and that shit was becoming, we was seeing money off that. So that's fine. I started seeing him selling the mixtapes and having different real artists on his mixtapes. Yeah. So I was like, all right, let me try to get on the joints. And then when I seen Luck get a deal with Def Jam and Hitchcock and them was fucking with Clue. Okay. I was like, and they like fam. I was like, oh shit. Like, it's people I know.
That's fire. See, he went back to the mixtape game. You know how important that is right there in the music business right now? Like, we in 2024 where mixtapes is, I ain't gonna say it's obsolete. It's still important, but people don't appreciate mixtapes how, back in the days as they was doing it. Explain to me how important mixtapes was as you was coming up. Because, if you wasn't on the mixtape, you wasn't making no noise.
That's a fact. That's how we kind of discovered niggas who was nice. It was the mixtapes, because the DJs was hitting you with exclusive niggas, not even exclusive songs. Because it was niggas rapping on other niggas' songs, beats, ripping it harder than them niggas' song. Yeah, that. You know how that's just keeping 100. Niggas in New York will take your beat and air that shit out.
Who was your favorite mixtape DJ?
I ain't gonna front, man. That was a hard one. Because back then, it was a lot of battle. I was kind of young, though, so... Okay. at the time it was DJ Clue, because Clue was giving us
Shout
the
to Clue.
niggas that we knew about.
Yeah.
The Fabulouses.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna front. Like, I know some of the OGs like Doo-Wop and you know, SNS and Kid Capri.
Gotta
like,
hit Roman Ron G too. Shout out to my man Ron G. For sure.
Ron G
was tearing the streets up. He was tearing the streets up.
That's a fact.
Like, it wasn't for me, my personal thing was Clue or Ron G. Clue had the commercial in the top artist, but Ron G had the streets hands down. Like, his mixes to this day, hands down, still relevant. So if y'all don't know, y'all better tap out my boy Ron G. The mixes on point. What was like a classic instrumental or track that somebody took, like an artist, like you said, they said artists was taking people tracks. What's a classic instrumental that you could think about, like back in the days to right now?
I ain't gonna front. Like, that's another hard one, dude.
That's what I was going to say. Listen, it was that era, man. It was that era.
So many hot joints.
It was that era.
I'm gonna keep it real, but you know who had a lot? Mobb Deep.
Shout out to Mobb Deep.
The Shook Ones beat.
That's one of my classic all-time beats right there.
So hard,
yo, that beat. Listen. If y'all new tuned in right now, y'all probably trying to figure out what we talking about. Google. This is Google.
That's a hard
Shook
beat.
Ones. Just Shook Ones. Mobb Deep, man. Mobb Deep, Shook Ones, instrumental.
And so many people took that beat and was going crazy.
It was going crazy with that, man.
But it's a lot, though, because that's not the only one. It's so many. Like,
the Locks had a few, too.
The Locks had Money, Power, Respect.
Money, Power, Respect was heavy. That was heavy. If you was in New York City when Money, Power, Respect came on, you knew what time it was. Shout out to me in the tunnel, man. I was too young. I didn't get a tunnel. That's one of the things that I always felt bad at. I got a chance to go to the tunnel.
Yo, the tunnel, yeah.
I was a young one. I was a young one. Listen, this is all New York City stories, man. Like, it's real.
I heard some crazy stories.
Yeah, man. It's real, man. Shout out to everybody doing their things, man. Listen, it's like, that's the music was like, you know, music is good today. Fast forward today, how you feel about the music industry?
I feel the music industry is like, it's constantly changing.
It is.
It's like a new conquest of just learning. You know what I'm saying? And you're constantly trying to figure out what's new, because what works today necessarily may not work tomorrow.
You're right. That's the hardest part about this business. You know, like it's changing so much
because technology. It's like technology and algorithms and just always new ways of getting your music out there, and then all of this social media is so many avenues that it's a lot to
how you feel about social media as being an artist yourself, because it changed so much. Like, I can't keep up with it, be honest with you.
It's hard to keep up with it. You really need like a social media team, if you ask me.
You're right,
because now it's so much social media aspects that, like, just for one platform, you may have 4 or 5 different. You got posts, reels, stories. So you gotta stay on top of these 4 things for this one platform.
Exactly.
Then it's 5 platforms or 4 platforms. So that's a lot of time consuming. I think social media is a gift and a curse.
Okay.
Because I believe that social media is giving a lot of people a voice.
Yes, it is.
But I think it's giving too many people a voice too.
Yes, it is too as well.
I think too many people is saying shit. And it's like, it's just like, all right, fam. Like, I'm just starting to see, like, because it's cool, because I noticed that once a narrative goes, it seems like the whole universe jumps on it, and it's hard to decipher between the genuine and those who are just in it for the clickbait and the cloud and to add fuel to the negativity in our culture and community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's something I always think about too. Like, as I'm seeing it comes about. With social media, is like everybody want to be a rapper. So much music comes out. I can't keep up with it sometimes. Even as a DJ, you know, I try to keep up with the music, and every time I turn around, there's a new song coming out. It's artists that's on YouTube that's not on Tidal. So it's so hard to keep up with it. How do you keep up with the times? You know, because like you said, what social media platform that you heavy on? Because you got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got X now, you got TikTok, you got fan base. You got so much social media. Which is the top 2? I would say top 2 that you're taking advantage of right now.
I'm taking advantage of a few, but I would say Instagram and TikTok, as well as Facebook too.
Yeah,
you know, or is where I get a lot of love.
Okay,
because I guess of the peers and people that I know, and that's kind of what they be on. So I kind of follow what people.
That makes sense. You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm tapping in with all those.
Yeah.
But I just noticed my numbers are better on those 3 platforms, mainly Instagram first, and then Facebook and TikTok kind of they kind of compete a little bit because most of my Facebook people also have a TikTok, so they kind of
that makes sense. It blends together.
Yeah, so they kind of see me on both platforms, and I noticed that the response I get more strangers on TikTok that it hit me.
That's love. I do like TikTok because it seems like it's universal and it's worldwide.
Yeah.
I shout out to all the artists and people that tapped in with me. You know, I got people from Africa, the UK, all over the world, like Asia, China. They be on TikTok, so it's definitely a place to really grow. How do you see your brand growing with the social media? Do you feel like social media helps you out because it's so detailed and intricate of how you get it out there? Like you gotta, like you said, post 4 or 5 times on this platform, 4 or 5 times on that platform. Do you put the same post on Instagram or Facebook that you put on TikTok? Like how do you combat that? The 2 different apps.
I do that. What I try to do, one of my marketing guys, he connected my Instagram to the Facebook.
Okay.
And I think some of them don't allow you to do that. But the ones you can connect. You should, because for one, it saves you the work of having to do it twice.
Definitely does.
And then for 2, you just never know where the post is going to go viral.
Agreed.
So this post might be a dope post, but it should have been on TikTok, but you put it on on Instagram.
Facts.
So you really should. I put everything on all 3. So if I make a post here, I try to do my due diligence and just post it on all 3, and then go to the next post. Like if I'm on this post,
that makes sense.
And go to them, because you don't know where you're gonna go viral. Yeah. And you know, there's so many people that's pretending like they got the formula, but really no one knows. It's just
that formula is difficult. It's weird because I've been looking at YouTube. I'm a big fan of YouTube. Definitely Instagram.
Me too.
Them algorithms it's not hard to beat. I noticed with the algorithms, to beat the algorithms, you got to be consistent and you got to be content that people want to see. So that's why you see a lot of females go viral faster because they just get half naked and it's a goal. So half the battle is females being naked. So you get some females around you and they naked, dudes gonna look, females gonna look, and they gonna comment. And then people do the silliest stuff. So it just works. So I'm learning, understanding that right there with them algorithms. Like it's not hard to beat. You just got to do the wildest shit to get there. Like that's the part. It's like, you know, you got people just doing the silliest shit, and more people start following you, they'll start following you with anything else, because there's people up there you be like, that was the dumbest shit you could have did, but I'm not doing that. But hey, to each his own.
That's right.
So your music, describe your sound for somebody that haven't heard you yet.
My sound is a blend with authentic New York street sound with the twist of some Southern bounce because of my production. Okay, is from mainly a Midwest producer who's been in the South doing bigger records for Southern artists. So it's similar to, like, you know how we're like Dipset and them had New York dudes on Southern beats too. Yeah. So with me and my team, you know, we crazy on the New York beat, but we also could ride a beat from a Miami beat or Atlanta beat just as well, because we understand the cadence and how to ride those beats. So my music is for North and Southern people, really for people all over the country, East and West. But you can tell I'm from New York. But then you can also hear, like, all right, this cat probably be going different places because it ain't strictly New York only, like on the sound in reference to a lot of the production.
Got you. Your producer, how did y'all meet?
I actually met him. I was out here changing my life, getting out of the streets.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And my cousin was like, owned a broker shop, so he was teaching me the mortgage game. Okay. So I was becoming a loan officer. I was cutting my hair, and my guy who's a producer, Milwaukee Black, big shout to Black. Okay. He was producing. He was working as a loan officer, but he also was doing beats for A-Ball MJG. So we linked up. I had a few songs on a CD that I did in New York. That's fire. Let him hear it. We vibed out, and we got cool. And then he brought me around Ball and G and them, and then he started working with me myself. So I started basically just working with him. Yeah. And he was like a brother. He's like a brother.
That's fire. See, that's good when the chemistry comes together. So what's the chemistry like when y'all first met in the studio? Because if he got a Midwest sound but it's in the South, you got a New York sound but in the South, how did that chemistry come together? Because, you know, everybody got that unique sound. You know, the Midwest got their own sound, their own way to work. Us New Yorkers got a way to work, in Atlanta as well, the South. How did y'all come together and gel that energy together?
We gelled the energy because he was actually what I can say is a real producer.
Okay.
Like
That's
a
important.
Dr. Dre type of guy.
That's
He's not
important.
just a beat maker. So he's done beats for different factions, E40, 8 Ball and G, you know, Young Jock, different people from different places. So he's a student of the game. So
That's
he
fire.
knows how to make a beat from New York, and then he also knew how to help me learn how to ride these other rhythms and these other these other type of beats with it's a little bit more of a bounce or a little bit more of a Midwest twang. And the funny thing is, what I learned was crazy is that they got some super gangsta ass beats.
Oh
in
yeah,
the South
for sure.
and the Midwest. Like,
for sure.
Like a lot of my dudes in New York, you can hear it now. Like they're riding the Southern beats and different stuff. So because New York, we're like so creative. We could rock on anything.
Versatility.
All we gotta do is know the flow. Like
That's it.
all we gotta do is feel the beat. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it was just like. And I was a student to the game because at first he had a group called the Backwoods and they were signed with Dallas Austin. So I was, you know, at the studio at Dallas Austin studio with them and, you know, doing my thing. They would let me record there. And it's $1 million facility. You know, I'm seeing all types of celebrities coming through. So
wow, that's dope.
At that time, I was watching him do their album and I got to be a chance on the mixtape with them and DJ Funky. So I got my chance to get my shine in here and there.
I got you.
On Versatile. So it was more like I just waited my turn, and then all these times I was learning how to rap on these beats.
I like that.
Because it was like these got some hard ass other beats, and you know when you do music, you're gonna just try something anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna be like, yo, fuck that, and then when next you know, you're gonna get better at it. So
Facts.
it was almost like it don't even gotta be a New York beat. It could be a Cali beat. It could be whatever. I can adjust.
That's important because, like you said, being that you could adjust, that's versatility, and that's important in this business right here because you got to be able to adjust in any weather, any environment because that's gonna help you grow. You've been growing for a while. You started in New York City, but now at ATL. What was that transition like, music wise? Was that a hard transition? I know you still got your New York sound, but was that transition from New York to the South? How was that?
It wasn't really hard, but it was a challenge only because for a while it was hard to like. I got mad love in Atlanta first and foremost. To be a cat from New York, I gotta give love to Atlanta because they show me love. I'm talking about out here like as if I was from here. And my dudes from Atlanta would be upset if I don't say that. Straight up. Shout to Kiko. Shout to all my real Atlanta gangsters. Real
facts.
G's. Love it.
Yeah.
Because that's a fact. Like they like, because you know, for a minute, you know, a lot of New York cats wasn't getting love because you know they felt some New York cats previous may have came down and tried to pop their collar a little bit. Yeah. So you know you kind of fall in the category of your region sometimes.
I understand that.
If dudes don't like niggas from Miami because the Miami niggas came through 30 years ago was running shit, it's good. You're gonna have to you might have that shadow may fall on you a little bit. So for a while I had to learn. Like Atlanta dudes aren't as aggressive as New York.
Definitely not aggressive at all.
Atlanta people are more laid back.
Very laid back.
And I'm not saying they can't get aggressive because I know some Atlanta has bust heads open. But what I'm saying is like in New York, and it's funny because I gotta do shout out to my nigga Radio who's from Arkansas who now moved to New York, right?
Okay.
And he like, nigga, I understand this shit now.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to. He understands New Yorkers now because he lives in New York and he understands how fast and angry and aggressive the city is, and he's from straight to South. Yeah, and so he's like, "Yo, champ, I understand y'all better now." I said, "I told you understand us." So it's so funny because when you move to different environments, you understand people are how the vibe of the area. So in the South, it's spread out, it's laid back. New York, we all uptight. You know how it is. It's projects. It ain't much space. You ain't got that much elbow room
at all. At all. Out here, you got shit to stretch.
Right. So you be aggravated off top in New York, just off. So it's just a natural. We aggressive by nature because it's so much competition and competitors in this rotten apple, this block of it's not that big. It's big, but it's
not that big, but it's
you
big.
come out here and it's the country is
you can run around.
So it's like so people you could be more relaxed, and even me like in my house out in Atlanta, I'm way more relaxed than if I'm on the block in New York.
I feel that too. Like I go out now.
Now you know if you go on a block in New York, you're not gonna be that.
My head is on a swivel all the time. Seven toes, like who this, who that.
There's 100 people moving.
I never seen them before. What's going on? How was going on? Why is going on?
Okay, so that's the whole difference. Like when you understand, it's the quality of life that I like about Atlanta too. So I'm like, damn, for a New York cat, I could lean back and get my mind clear and be back and forth to the city. I be in New York a lot. But it's like, you know, when I come back home to Atlanta, it reminds me how far I've come.
Nah, I got you 100% on that. That's what I like about Atlanta. You know, the music scene out here is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? You really can network. You can bump into people. A lot of influences out here. Like, you can really bump into a great opportunity out here just by being at the right place at the right time. How have your experience been so far? Like, have the music scene, how have you experienced that?
I'm loving the music scene out here. It's definitely a challenge, just like any situation where it's a lot of competition.
Yes.
And, you know, you definitely have to stay consistent, stay on your grind, and you have to stay available and stay ready.
Yes, you do.
So with that being said, I'm enjoying myself. I mean, I'm getting a lot of love down here. All of the DJs like yourself,
yes, sir.
You know, Coalition DJs, you know, Bigger Ranking, different DJs out here who are actually making noise, show love. And I try to stay tapped in and stay consistent. And when y'all give advice, I listen.
That's
and
important.
I try to go make them adjustments and come back with better records, better music, and better ways to make it easier for the DJ to play the music too. Because you have to understand also with the DJs out here, you know, they got their name on the line too, so you got to give them something to work with. So when a DJ tell me, hey, I need it to be ba 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 bomb, then I'm gonna try to come with ba 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 bomb.
That makes sense.
Because, like you say, I'm coming from somewhere else in a different place, trying to. And when in Rome, you got to do it as the Romans. So
yes, you do.
You got to adjust to how they do it
and
learn respectfully, okay, this is how you do it. You still rap where you from, but it's mad love, to be honest, though.
Nah, I definitely get that. Like, how do you feel about the DJ scene out here? Because, you know, they got the DJ scene out here in New York City. Do you feel like is a difference?
You know, I think the DJ scene is different but similar.
Okay.
Because DJs everywhere, they just gotta eat. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So DJs is out here working too.
Yes, sir.
So a lot of artists don't realize that, because as I had to learn that as an artist, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? To keep it 100, like, because I'm like a guy who's just like a hustler by nature.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get it whichever way I gotta get it.
No doubt.
Without hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if a DJ, if that's how he gotta get it, you gotta understand that's how he get it.
Yeah.
So if a dude's like, hey, show me love, you gotta show the DJ love too. And sometimes you gotta work with the DJ. Some DJs are easier to work with than others.
Facts.
Because some DJs ain't, to me, in my opinion, real DJs. Some of them are just disc jockeys or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them ain't really like playing what is hot. They may play what pays.
Yeah.
They may play what they like, but they may not play. They may not know like how to really like, I guess, control the crowd or control the party or bring something new to the culture, because they may just be doing this because it's a popular thing to do. Just like rappers. Because it's a whole lot of DJs too, just like it's a whole lot of rappers.
That's a fact. It is definitely a lot of DJs in Atlanta. Everybody be like, oh, everybody say New York is competition. I think Atlanta is like heavily, like, shout out to all the DJs that take cheeseburgers for payment. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep doing what y'all do. y'all keep doing what y'all do.
Shout out to the DJs.
No, but shout out to all the DJs that be doing their thing, man. Like, it's a lot of DJs out here that's moving and shaking. Shout out to y'all. Like, it's definitely a network out here. So you signed to Vamp Life.
Vamp Life Empire on distribution.
How did that come about?
Actually, it came about from Zoo York Giants. You know what I mean? We did a record with Jimmy.
Okay.
And the shit was popping. You know what I'm saying? And then from that point on, we was at the video shoot vibing. And Pone, who's my nigga, who's Jim's manager, kind of was telling me he got opportunities. Like, he helped me take things to the next level.
That's dope.
And then we talked about it more.
Okay.
And then we just made it official like shortly after that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, big shout to Vamp Life, back shout to Empire.
Nah, that's definitely big. So Jim Jones, if y'all don't know, he's a big name in New York City, legend. He's been doing his thing for a long time. How has that helped your craft and being around him? Because his work ethic is phenomenal.
Honestly, that's what I've been watching when it comes to Jim.
Okay.
I watch the work ethic. And me and Jim are like similar. We have the same birthday, so
Dope.
Like at the shoot, we when we established that, he was like, "Yeah, I know that means you a good dude." I'm like,
Yeah, okay.
no doubt. And I feel like he's a good dude too. But I like Jim's work ethic.
Yeah.
I see Jim go through a lot of adversity and keep moving forward, which is what I respect about him.
Yeah.
And I've been around him and it's been all love. You know what I mean? We was actually chilling last weekend. You know what I mean? He was down here and we was chilling together. And
that's what's up.
Went a few places. Actually went on the movie set. He allowed me to watch him do his thing. And
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Pone and his manager is one of my managers too, helping me with some things. So it's
that's love.
It's been a blessing, to be honest with you. Thank you. Shout out to Jim Jones, Capo, Vamp Life, the whole Dipset, everybody. But Jim is a cool dude in my opinion.
No, that's definitely important. Like that's all I want to say. I tap my hat off to him because he's really like one of them artists that's working, and he's the legendary. He's actually reaching back to artists, giving them an opportunity. You know how important is that? You know, getting an opportunity with a person like Jim, because in New York City they got big names in New York City, but a lot of people don't reach back. Jim is one of the few artists that actually reach back and help artists get to the next level.
Well, a lot of it is, I have a motto: is no man owes you nothing.
Okay.
Because a lot of times we may feel entitled to things, you know what I mean? So Jim just provides, in my opinion, an opportunity for you to do what you have to do. Like
facts.
In my situation, like he's not like doing anything like he's not investing money or anything. He's not, because a lot of people get that confused. You have to earn in this game, you're right. So people will invest into you, but you got to invest into yourself first.
Yes, you do.
So a lot of times I have to do what I got to do in order for people
to believe in you.
With you know what I mean? And because there's so much people out here really like doing it, you got to show that you really want it, in my opinion. So the opportunity to work with Jim, it gives me access to a lot of like plugs and connections to where it's up to me to take advantage of.
Gotcha.
Like it ain't like, I don't believe that in handouts and stuff like that.
I respect that. 100%.
So I believe that I appreciate everything. Just like the fact that he got on my song is a blessing.
Gotcha.
You gotta get on your song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta take your bread.
I like
gotta
that.
like fuck with you.
Yeah.
Like even if you pay a person, even if a person's on your label, they don't have to
do anything.
Fuck with you. They don't have to get on your record. So that alone is a privilege, and I always appreciate them for that. Like just to get on New York.
Yeah.
Cause a lot of niggas like ain't getting on the record with another nigga.
That's dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy you brought that up because the word of the day, I'm gonna use this word of the day, is called entitlement. A lot of people feel entitled, like you should, and I respect what you're saying. Like as a grown man, you're gonna figure it out yourself and work hard, and that's what it's really about right now. It's about work ethics and really putting your best foot forward and not depending on nobody else, because it's easy to depend on somebody else, and when things don't go right, you blame somebody else. But the reality is, you look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, look, whatever I do is what I do, and I gotta respect you for that, because that's really important. Like, you don't hear a lot of people saying that nowadays.
Because a lot of times when you get an opportunity, especially with another artist, right? Another artist still has to do their thing as an artist.
Yeah, for sure.
So they don't got time to be really worrying about you unless they decide they're gonna personally invest their money into you, and that's a choice they make on their own. Because some people want to do that, but when it's a situation like when you on a label, or if a person gives you a distribution deal, or even a publishing deal, or even a deal where you get some type of bread, that bread, even if you get a little bread, you supposed to take that
and flip that.
Do what you supposed to do. Like, it's nobody's job to like make you a star unless they said they gonna do that shit. But I mean, like, to be honest with you, so for me, I just appreciate the opportunity to learn and to be able to be around situations where I can try to come up.
I gotta respect that 100%, and I think that's truly important. That's why I say, like, as things is happening and things is growing, I really see the growth in you.
Thank you.
But how did the Zoo York come about? Like, what was the main reason of that song?
Main reason of that song was living in Atlanta and going back home. I saw at that time New York was making like a strong comeback with all of the new artists that was coming at the time. And I just wanted to make something to represent my city.
That's fine.
And New York is like a zoo. You know what I'm saying? So we was like, yo, we should make a song about the zoo. And then we started doing, it's funny, I made 2 versions of that song.
Okay.
Because that song is Zoo York is the original version featuring me and my brother Young Ray. Shout to Young Ray, GP Mafia in the building.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Then we made New York Giants, which is the remix to that with Jimmy. Because what happened was, it's a funny story. It was a mad funny story. So we had New York out. And, you know, I ain't had no major deal at the time. So just niggas in the street or people who knew me, DJs like you, or just people who I know, who follow me, knew about that song. And we was promoting it. He was doing his thing. And then a bunch of people called me like, yo, this nigga, yo, Lil TJ and them got a song called New York, too.
Yeah, word.
They took your song. So I'm like... Of course, they shit get more love than mine. These motherfuckers big as a motherfucker. Shit was all. So we laughing. I'm like, it's all good because I can't. What the fuck did I say?
Word.
So at the time, I'm like, damn. So then I remember Kilo, you know, Kibu. Kibu called up some radio guy, and he was like, yeah, I got the songs New York. And then he said, yo, what? Favi and DJ and them got songs New York too. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just make another version called New York Giants.
Got you.
And then we did it over, same like. Not over, same beat. We just reflipped it. And then we was like, and then Kibu, shout out to Kilo, Centric Music. Big shout out to my cousin, Kibu. You know what I'm saying? DJ Kilo in the building. That's how I met you. So it's family.
We outside.
You know what I'm saying? But Kilo got on the phone and I ain't gonna front. Kilo had a few different people who were supposed to get on New York. Yeah. At first it was gonna be Dave East, but then that didn't work out. And then it was gonna be Tony Yayo, 22 G's. Different people that we was like, I guess, letting hear the record because he was doing this little thing because he was, and then he hit me with he was like, yo, what's good with Jimmy? Yeah. And then I was like, yeah, Jimmy. Because I was like, yo, Jimmy actually would be dope for that joint. Fire. So when Jimmy fucked with it, it was just a blessing, my nigga.
Blessing, that's what's up.
To keep it 1,000.
Yeah, I love it. See, I'm happy. See, like the way he mentioned it, right? That means everything got going to the pot. That means that networking is really important. You got to know the right people. So that he just broke down. And if you listen and understand how you got to network with people, you know what I'm saying? Don't just because you're around people take it for granted and don't feel like you're going to get an opportunity because you're around people. But you got to do the actual work, and that's really important. So that's what he really said. I want y'all to really like digest that because a lot of artists going to be tuned in. I want y'all to really understand like what it takes to get here because it ain't just, I'm going to make a record and that's it. You got to really know the right people to plug you in. Make sure you have the ear, the scent, to know what sound right with that right track, the production. Everything really got put in the pot and shake it and rub it around and make it make sense. So you got to really sit back and think about that. Like you got a song out right now, your new song. What's the name of your new song?
Oh, Big Chicken.
Big Chicken. Why Big Chicken?
Cause B, that's like my motivational song for people to just get this money, man. Cause the economy is so low.
Yes, it is.
And the inflation is so high.
Yes, it is.
And you know they playing in our faces. These politicians on both sides, they just fucking with our emotions. Yeah, like we just ain't out here hurting and trying to get to the motherfucking chicken. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and it was a catchy thing because in New York, you know, that's like one of our new words. We got so many words in New York.
If y'all don't know, chicken means some money. Right. So we ain't talking about the chicken because y'all like chicken out here in Atlanta. Y'all love chicken. We ain't talking about that chicken. We ain't talking about no lemon pepper. Talking about that real chicken, that big chicken. You know what I'm talking about? Let them know that
chicken, no lemon pepper, nigga.
That big chicken, no lemon pepper. Because they ain't about here. You say chicken, they be like, no, I don't want no lemon pepper, man.
No lemon pepper, my nigga. Big chicken, no lemon pepper, son.
Who you got on the hook? Who you got featuring?
That's Gail Savo. Shout out to Gail.
Shout out to Gail Savo shoes.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to little homie Gail.
I like her. I had a chance to chop it up with her at the Radio Pusher event. She got some bars. That's definitely dope. How y'all come about making that song?
I was actually me and my nigga Milwaukee Black was in the Yo, and we actually came up with the record, and we had like the whole thing already written out. So I just needed a female voice for that part.
Fire.
And you know, Gail I already knew Gail. She's kind of cool with us, so you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, I actually was gonna put. It wasn't even. It was a hard thing because I was gonna put Skittles on it too.
Shout out to Skittles.
Shout out to Skittles.
What happened
I had called Skittles, but she wasn't available.
Skittles be busy. She booked it busy. She nonstop with it.
So and then it was out of her, Skittles, or my other homegirl, Diana Prince from the Big Bronx. That's my homegirl too.
See, I like the Bronx energy right now. I love it because Skittles making noise too. If y'all know who Big Skittles is, man, check her out. She's working like listen. I love the Bronx right now. This is the Bronx reunion. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guests be coming up here from the Bronx. ATL, I got you. I apologize, but my Bronx got to come first. Man, I'm in New York, BX heavy. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is.
Big
you know what it is.
Big Bronx. Yeah. So you know, so it was like, And then Gail ended up coming through and doing a joint. So that's what it was, cause like it was just how it worked out. Like it was just like, I guess that's how it worked out. You know what I mean? So that was the case and all that. But
that's dope.
The Big Chicken is Big Chicken's doing good though. Like
perfect.
the people, the DJs is playing.
Yes, sir.
The strippers is telling me they love it.
They love it. I love it.
They dancing. They requesting it. They reposting it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even in Miami, the DJs and in Florida, different parts they spinning crazy. Like
that's what's up.
Shout out to DJ Meat, DJ High. You know what I'm saying? A few different DJs. I'm down there. DJ Peanut, I think. A few different joints.
Well, all the success you having when you first started like making music, do you think your success will be how it is today?
Honestly, I have faith, to be real with you.
Okay.
I'm definitely humbled.
I love it.
But I always have faith in God. You know what I mean? A lot of people like thought I was bugged out, especially my mom. She thought I was bugged out. Like, this nigga's bugging. Fuck this nigga talking about him. This nigga rapping. Like, nigga go ass to school, nigga.
Gotcha.
But I always knew, cause at first I didn't. I'm gonna keep it on. At first I was like just trying some shit. But what made me start knowing is people like my nigga Milwaukee Black and different people would tell me like, yo, you a star, son, you a star. And I'm like, this is when I was like on some like not really like trying to be a rapper, but I was rapping enough. And niggas like, nah, you got a charisma, da da da. And I'm like, all right,
that's fire.
And then after a while, you start believing shit because God has a way of showing you things too.
Yes, he does.
For me, man, I many times, I'll be like, damn, am I supposed to be doing this shit? Like, am I wasting all this damn money doing this rap shit, running around the world and all this shit? Because this shit is expensive. Yeah. Like, this shit is like, to keep it real, artists know this shit is not cheap to be an artist.
It definitely ain't cheap, man.
It costs you more than you making at your job.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I had a lot of people tell me they want to do this music shit, and I realized this shit is not for the weak. Joke. You got to really be able to invest in yourself. You got the work ethic got to be really, really high because it gets really hard. Like, this is not a joke, for real, for real. I tell people that all the time. Like, make sure there's something you really want to do, and your passion got to last longer than the money, because if you don't, your passion is not longer than the money, you will run out. This shit is just, it's easy to run the money. It's easy. It's easy.
It's very easy.
Like, hands down.
And there's a lot of scammers in the game, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's coming after our artist's budget anyway.
Yeah.
They hit you with what's your budget? And you be like, yo, it is. They be like, all right, that's what I charge.
Yo, I really, 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 really hate that question. And I don't know if it's just me, but
I ain't gonna
hate that question.
That question is
because I feel like that's an awkward ass question. That's an awkward question. That's like saying, how much you want to pay me? Like, I feel like if you asking me how much you want to pay me, how much your budget, I don't know if I know how much I don't know. I always tell people that I don't have a budget. You tell me what your price is, I'll let you know if I can work with it. Why would I tell you that my budget is $500? Yeah, right. My budget is $1,000.
What do you charge?
Yeah, my budget is $1,000. You charge $1,000. What the, like, that's crazy. That's makes no sense.
That's the game we in now. The game we in now is everybody's an expert and what's your budget. But the only problem I have is the experts that have no evidence, or the evidence they have is from 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's another thing too. That's why I always tell people success leave clues. Like, I'm not into that. Like, when I work with people, I tell them let's sit down, let's have a conversation, and let's see how we both can benefit each other. Because if me taking all your money, that's just not fair to me. I just don't agree with it. Like, I like to get results, so that's just my personal opinion. Like a lot of people follow these follows, these likes. This shit be made up, and everything in this industry is smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. Shit that look good ain't good, and shit that is just smoke and mirrors. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a fact.
I know earlier you said a lot of politicians are playing our face. How you feel about the politics going on right now? How you feel about Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
I think it's a comedy show.
Okay.
Dude. I literally be laughing my ass off when I see these debates.
I feel that.
And I see these people talk to each other. Because, like, these are supposed to be the most highest, most paid, most intelligent people in the country, and they be acting like children and talking shit about each other and making up stories about each other, and now they putting hits on each other. Like, this shit says straight gangster, son. Yeah. It's like the Bloods and the Crips. Just with suits on.
This with suits on, and that's why I said, like...
And the funny thing is, to me, they all part of the same bird, man. Like, like, I don't know, man. Like, I've made the most money under the worst presidents, the ones that people don't like the most. And the presidents that the people like the most, in my opinion, I've made the least money those years. So, like, not saying I'm basing everything on money, but if money is what my family needs,
exactly,
then I gotta kind of base it on when who's in office, how does my family eat better?
Yep.
Because, and a lot of times, to be real with you, to me, I don't even give them that power because I just noticed the difference on my income.
Oh, yeah.
On certain,
For sure.
like presidencies. Like,
sure.
I just noticed, like, when Trump was in presidency, I made this type of money. And then Biden got in presidency, I noticed the money was a little tighter. Not saying it's any one of them fault. I'm just saying I noticed the differences. And that's what counts to me. I don't care, honestly, about what none of them niggas got to say.
No, I feel that. See, I think what a lot of people,
all run a game.
They definitely run a game. Like Donald Trump is a businessman.
He's a businessman,
and everybody else is politicians.
That's a fact.
So people got to think about that too. When you're looking at these elections going this year, it's a businessman versus a politician. And no matter how he takes the pot, Kamala's a politician. So I'm not telling y'all who to vote for.
Prosecutor.
Yeah,
that was going in on niggas to keep it 100.
See that's why I said it's so much mixed reviews. I don't know what's true and what's not true. So I don't want to get too much details in that.
Get into that. I just heard that.
But listen.
Just saying.
Listen, I'm gonna say do your research out there.
No disrespect,
for yourself.
Kamal. I got love for you, baby. We ain't disrespect. I'm just
saying.
No,
we not disrespect you at all. But we want y'all to.
A lot of times, like perfect example. I don't know Kamala. She like a new girl on the block, right? Yeah. Let's just say that. So if she a new chick on the block, that's just like anybody that moved to your block in the neighborhood or came to your school that was new.
Yep.
And if you heard at the old school on the old block, they did some dirt.
You gonna find out about it.
You gonna have to do your research.
Facts.
Now I'm not saying I'm here to do the research. I ain't saying none of that. I'm just saying I heard.
Yeah.
And I seen Shorty was wicked.
That's why I said like it's interesting to see.
And I ain't saying I'm for Trump either, because Trump my nigga, but he cool. But he's a wild dude too. That nigga wild.
Trump
nigga,
talk
bro.
too much for me.
Trump is a wild dude.
He just don't have to calm himself.
Everything and anything.
He don't care. He don't care. That's the problem we face. He don't give a fuck about nothing.
I think if Trump, I'm gonna keep it real. If Trump would be a good president, if they don't allow him to talk.
That might
no disrespect.
You right.
Disrespect Trump, because if you see this, I don't want you to be mad. But I'm just saying, like, because Trump say shit and it piss people off, bro. Niggas be getting mad when that nigga talk.
He definitely
when
do.
he talk, I see people go, especially like some of our elders. Our elders be ready to. I know some of my elders. Man, that nigga start talking. That shit make they blood boil.
Yeah, I got you.
As soon as he talk, that shit be like, wow.
It do be like that.
They don't like Trump. Trump be saying the wild shit.
Listen, all I'm gonna say, 2024, y'all go vote, make the best decision.
Vote. Make your
do
best
your
decision.
research. Do your research. So I'm gonna say, do your research. It's up to y'all.
Me, I'm not going front. That shit be crazy. It be like comedy, man.
It
Joe
is.
Biden be calling them names. I be like, these niggas be going on.
Yo, it's too hilarious.
He's a motherfucker. Like, they be, yo, son. I be like, yo, these old folks is bugging out.
So if you in Atlanta right now, we got Fannie Lewis is running again. We got this new lady that's running.
God.
She's coming back out, and she's trying to help out YSL. How you feel about the YSL case? That shit like a shit show right now. That shit is a shit show right now.
That shit is another comedy show.
Listen,
yo, Thug, Free Thugger, man.
Free Thug, for real. Free Thug.
I ain't gonna front. I be feeling for Thugger with all of this shit.
Yeah.
To be real with you,
this is the perfect.
I be wondering, like, damn, what the Thugger think about this shit?
I think
I know Thugger probably want to put a hit on all of these niggas.
Nah,
but
no hit. We
not saying
no hit.
We talking hypothetically.
No, we don't mean that.
We don't mean that really. We just joking, y'all.
we gotta. Thug just gotta watch his company. That's what we gonna say. Watch the company that he keeps. That's what we gonna say.
I know that's going on in his mind. Like, yo, these niggas, man.
Because he gonna say Thug is innocent. You gotta watch the company he keep, because it's too much going on, man. It's too much going on.
The new nigga, son, is hilarious,
yo. Listen,
and I'm not even gonna front, because I don't even condone it, because, like, you know what bugged me out, son? Like, son's trial is wild, though, B.
They gotta dismiss it or something.
Son, I'm gonna keep it real. It's like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. What's bugged out to me is like they playing with this man's life, bro.
See, the thing is,
and the messed up part about it is so much cats involved in it. I ain't gonna lie.
A lot of money's being spent.
A lot of money being spent. But what I was trying to get to is so many people involved in that RICO, whatever they got, that I'm trying to figure out how the fuck Doug gonna get up out this shit.
See,
all of these niggas doing the shit they doing.
But what I have been hearing, don't quote me, is that Fulton County run out of money. That's how they want to end the trial so fast. That Fulton County run out of money. So that if you think about it,
end the trial fast, that might not be a good thing for Doug.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I'm gonna be honest with you. The way them niggas is up there singing and talking and shit.
Yeah,
like,
but when you really look at it though, honestly, the breakdown of it.
I just hope that nigga be alright. But at the same time, you know, I wasn't there. I don't know the real details. I don't know if them niggas, you know what I mean?
Well, from what I've been watching on YouTube is that nothing that they saying is Thug said. It's just Thug was around, so it's like it's
so
guilty by association.
That nigga sitting in that motherfucker like that so goddamn long.
Because
why he can't get bail or some shit? Like that nigga, all these other niggas got bail like a motherfucker.
If you think about it, the real details of this is like this Atlanta joint is all about clout right now. So the Trump joint was about clout. That was a good thing for Atlanta. That was a good thing for Thug.
But he shut Fanny down with that shit. They couldn't come at Trump with that shit no more.
But that was because Trump got a little more power. You know what I'm saying? He got a little more power. So the powers that be was slowing that down. But with Thug and them, it makes her name look really good. So when you think about it, this is a power play.
So you think he'll go down to make her look good?
I don't think he gonna go down. I don't think so. In my personal opinion, I don't see the evidence that's pointing towards him. I see like he's around. That's like saying you're around somebody and people doing stuff around you. They just grabbed everybody.
I'm not gonna front. Like I be tapping in, but I'm not too. Yeah. I'm not too like.
I be tapped in with it, but
because every time I turn, I see a nigga on the stand.
Yeah, but there's
shenanigans
nothing,
and shit.
There's nothing
and
that's
I be
being
seeing
said.
like. It should just be looking crazy.
But when you look at it though, it's nothing
crazy.
that's being said that's saying Thug said or Thug did. There's nothing that Thug did. It's just.
But I know they got the car with the drive-by shit that he.
Yeah,
rented.
but that's like saying if I rent a car right now and give you the car, and you do what you do and give me the car. That's not saying I had something to do with it. I rented you the car. You my boy.
Right.
So that's why I say it's a lot of speculation on it.
Yeah.
That's why if you think about it, he got some good lawyers. The only bad part is they're draining his money. So I'm pretty sure like it'll work out for him in the long run. You know, just pray for Thugger.
But they're gonna try to fuck with the black man's pocket.
Of course, that's what they do, man. That's why I say like entertainment industry, y'all gotta really be on point out here and be careful who y'all be around because this is a real serious trial.
Alone, yo.
And this is crazy
to the youth. Leave the streets alone.
It's not worth it.
The streets is a trap. It don't love you. It just take you away from those you love.
Facts.
And you know what I'm saying? Like. We all been there. I mean, you know, there's people who will call me a hypocrite. Like, oh, you did something. Yeah, but you know, I changed my life. I left it alone, and you know, we all, cause when you're young, you're a product of your environment. So I get it, my niggas. Like we understand, y'all niggas ain't got jobs. We understand the hood is fucked up and shit is tight, and niggas need bread and shit be in front of you. We get that, cause all the youth, especially from where we from, you get faced with that. But some are strong. Some stay focused on the path. They stay in school or they move away or they don't fuck with the streets. And in the long run, those be the ones that they end up better off because a lot of times, like my street dudes, I got friends, man, who gave 10, 15, 16 years of their life away. I got a best friend who came home recently, 16 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he's still young.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas with the jail young, nigga.
Wow.
And a lot of it was from them Democrat laws back in the day in New York where you get the 3 strike. My man, that's cause it ain't like he caught a body or nothing. He just kept getting in trouble. And then you know the 3 strike.
3 straight laws. See that's why it's important for you to really vote and understand what you're voting for because it's not just the presidency. It's the people in office. You know, like the chairs, the judges, the politicians. Those really important. So really do your research. It ain't just the presidency. The presidency is what we see. You know what I'm saying? They really can't help us, but it's the people that we could touch personally, like you know the judges, the politicians. Those are the people, the legislators. Those ones that's making our laws, and we overlook those for the presidency. Presidency, they just sign. So keep that in mind. They just sign stuff. So the people that we don't see, that's what we got to really vote for. Understand what's going on because the 3 strike laws was crazy. It was a lot of people got jammed up into that. It's so much like laws that's getting passed every day.
Man Biden, like real. Man Biden made them laws to keep it. That's my gripe with them. To be honest, that's my gripe with Biden. Is that you know the stuff they did. You know, I got friends and family who suffered from them.
See,
and they did stretches and they ain't caught no bodies. They just got caught 3 times doing certain things. And
man,
got hit. So you know. That's why I say, like, you know, I don't get into politics. I'm not with either party. I'm really independent. But I don't tell you what to do, but everyone has their reasons. And
Facts.
I respect everybody's decisions, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. Listen, it's real out here. I just want y'all to stay out of trouble if y'all tuned in y'all kids, man. It's not worth it. Streets don't love nobody, man. For real.
Don't love
at
you.
all.
Streets is a trap, man.
Word.
And I'm telling you, and I'm gonna put you on one thing too, young people. Those that hype you up to do something, those that encourage you to do these things were the same ones that'll sell you out when them people had them in them rooms, man.
Facts.
I've been there before, man. Like, and also those they'll set you up to get hurt in these streets too. Jealousy's real. I got
Facts.
friends who've been set up, man.
That's real.
From fake friends, fake crew members. The
Yep.
streets is grimy, man. So you just never know why people be jealous of you. It may not even be nothing you have. It be your energy. Niggas be haters.
That's true.
So you gotta be careful.
Just remember, everybody said he's solid, but ice melting heat. So keep that in mind. Like, shit be real out here. So I want to let everybody know where they can find your music at.
You can find my music on all streaming platforms. Champ the General, CHAMPDA General. You know what I'm saying? I got an EP out called Trap Goes Volume 1. My new single, Big Chicken, featuring Gail Savo, produced by Milwaukee Black. You already know. Vamp Life Empire Records. Big shout to Centric. Shout to Kibu. Shout to everybody. Shout to Coalition DJ. Shout to Fubu Radio. Shout to my nigga EJ for having me. And shout to GP Mafia, Young Ray, and the whole team. You know what I'm saying? You already know how we do this shit, dog.
Man, you know what it is, man. It's your boy EJ the DJ, man. This conversation with the DJ. With this wrapped up another episode. My man, Champ the General. We had a great conversation. We chopped it up by a little bit of everything, man. I appreciate you for coming through. Like I said, man, this is what we gonna do going forward. Maybe we're gonna give you a little game. We're gonna talk to them, give them a platform. We're gonna keep it going, man. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's EJ the DJ. We outside no sidewalks. Yeah.